Hi there, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome to another open game night.
Open game night.
Open game. What's up,
Sorry,
everybody?
I was just browsing Ivan's preview for his full show.
So nice. So nice.
Yes.
Multi
So nice. You will all want to watch it twice.
It's a very long video, but yeah, if you want to, if you're interested, after you've seen the preview, I recommend watching it.
Cool. So, guys, in case you didn't know, Ivan's here.
Hello, hi,
Oh,
Ivan
I'm
here.
I'm Denmark.
be amazed at our professionalism.
That's how we do things, right?
Yes. Hi everyone, Javi here.
We didn't introduce Ivan. So.
Because
we are
Tabak na
It's
lang.
gonna be one of those nights. So
no. It's like we think that people know who everybody is. It's like, especially Ivan, like Cardboard Buzz. It's like, we don't have to introduce him. Everybody knows who Cardboard. But hey, thanks for joining us, Ivan. I think
Thank you.
one
Glad to be
more is
here.
coming up.
Yes.
All right.
Aiming one more.
Yeah.
So-
Someone's coming.
Okay.
all right. So while Denmark does the social media stuff, I guess we can start off with our usual. What have you been playing this week? And let's
There
begin
we
with
go.
Ivan. Hey, it's Clint. Right on time,
Hey,
buddy.
the board game hero.
Told you we're gonna have someone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So, okay, Denmark's doing the social media bit. Thanks for joining us, Clint. So, we're just about to share what we've been playing this week. So, I guess I'll pass it on to Ivan.
What have I been playing this week? Nothing, actually. It's a
Cool.
struggle for me to play at the moment. Pero I guess the last time I played is last weekend. And we played Near and Far. So we're doing the campaign of Near and Far. We're on like game 4 or something. So parang 6 more games of that. A new discovery of mine is a game called Gorinto. It's a
Oh yeah, heard about
Japanese
that.
abstract game. Yeah, it's very fun. It's tactile din kasi like Azul. And Calico was the last we played.
Yeah,
Oh.
see you posting a lot of those cats.
Yes, a Calico with a Calico. Ayun, yun lang naman. That's what I've been playing. How about you
Alright.
guys?
So me, I've actually just been playing the usual Star Realms that I always do, like weekly events. But I decided to try playing Sentinels of the Multiverse again on my phone, and I have to start
Yeah.
buying expansions because the AI is beatable now. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, big boy.
it gets to a certain point that you know which combination of heroes to use, and you can break it.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
I failed enough times that I'm finally winning. So, other
Di
than
ba
that,
may AI na learning? I think
Well,
sa
yeah,
Ocean.
no,
may
it-
nag-share na ganun
it
Ocean
doesn't
sa
necessarily have that because the deck of cards is very controlled.
Mm.
So, like, if you're playing a certain villain and you know what their tactics are, you know what team to put up against it, and just
Mhm.
they don't stand a chance anymore.
The meta. You know how it goes already. Hi, Ronnie. Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
thanks for joining
Also,
us.
Morgan.
Other than that, yesterday I decided just to try a new mobile game, and I found something in beta called Arena Tactics, which has been pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Arena Tactics.
Yep. So
MTG
it's a
ba yan? Hindi.
no. I know it fits in the name so well.
Oo.
Whenever you say
I,
arena, it's right there.
I have been playing just a little bit. Here Be Dragons.
Hear me roar.
So
That's
Here
interesting.
Be Dragon-
It's not there be dragons.
Ah.
It's here be.
Here be.
Here Be Dragons. I think that's what it's called, and it's the. I will preview it one of these days.
Cool.
It looks like drawn sort of sketch art. So it's just
Hey.
pencil outlines of ships, pirates, and
It's like
Dragons.
Doodle Quest, dragon version.
it's kind of like that.
Are you playing as the dragon?
No, you're playing as pirates of sorts.
Ah,
and it's
Pirates hunting
yes,
dragons.
yes.
That's cool.
Sold.
Dude,
Here,
it's
demon.
Ixalan, right? Something
Oh
like that.
God, no!
It's an
Please
app,
don't.
and
Ixalan
it's
was so
a
bad.
really. I was interested
Come
in
on,
buying the.
please.
This is
Pirates versus dinosaurs versus vampire conquistadors. Like what?
But I was interested in buying the
Oh, the
Explorers of
board game.
Ixalan board game.
Okay.
Hi, Danielin.
Hi, Danny.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
hello.
so the way Here Be Dragons work is you have a ship, and you're rolling dice, and you're allotting these dice into sort of different sides of your ship to attack the other ships or dragons,
Just
or
dice allocation.
so it's yeah, so it's like dice placement, but done in
Yeah.
like a pirate theme slash those Japanese JRPGs type of setup with a little
Okay.
bit
You know
of
what? Do you know what
um,
pirate dice placement is? That's called Jamaica.
Hmm.
there's the
No.
yes, well,
Yes,
no,
you left
It's
and
pirating.
right. You just
you
put the
roll
dice in two spots. That's it.
dice placement for two spots. Okay, how about you, Clint? What was your recent plays?
I just received a lot of games this week, no?
Right?
So,
A
ito yung
box
Yes.
una
full.
kong, yeah, puro Kickstarter and yung delivery from America.
Seize
Pero
the
ito yung
bean.
inaral ko, Seize the Bean. It's,
Coffee mate.
it's, yes, you have a cafe in Berlin and it's deck
Berlin.
building and it's engine building as
Deck
well. So,
building.
And
About
it's
deck
coffee
coffee.
building,
related. Let's
engine
play.
building.
Wait.
Ang
wait,
ganda pa ng
wait.
art. Look at that. Ang ganda ng art niya.
I
It
so
reminds
wanted
me of
because of the story of the grandma, the one that you
Oh,
posted
yes.
about the grandma.
Oo.
Yeah,
Kasi
that's
reminds me-
ramdam mo yung
amazing.
pagiging grandma niya is very supportive grandma. She never gets angry when you don't serve her any coffee. But when you do, binigyan mo siya ng coffee and cake, she will talk about your cafe to her friends. Bibigyan kanya ng 5-star rating. So 2 points makukuha mo sa kanya.
It,
So
it
very
looks like
supportive.
a old Mad magazine cover. It
Mm.
reminds me of that one,
Yeah,
right?
it has that editorial art type
Oo,
look to
ganun
it.
yung style niya.
Hey, KO, good
So,
evening.
wala pang palya so far in terms of yung mechanics, yung art, pati yung yung playtime niya mabilis lang din. So, looking forward sa weekend play with my family. Kaya
Man,
May
inaral ko
solo
na.
siya, Clint? Does it have
May
solo?
solo. Yes.
Of
may
course!
solo siya.
Yeah, he wouldn't have, he
Yes.
wouldn't
This is
have
what we're
bought
talking
it
about.
Tinatanong pa ba yan?
But when
Kailangan
I
pa bang-
studied two-handed ginawa ko. Hindi siya
Nice,
solo
nice.
You
ruling
played
ginawa
against
ko.
yourself.
Yes,
Who-
yes, to
Who
learn.
cheated?
To learn.
Yun yung curse pag ikaw yung game master sa family. Like, you have to
Like,
learn
you
the
have to
rules.
learn the
Right,
game,
And you have
right.
to learn how to teach also. Kung paano
And they expect that you know the rules immediately, like letter for letter, word for word. And then when you screw up just one minor thing, you hear
Exactly.
everything. It's like,
yes.
it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, try
Ay.
learning it.
You didn't
Ay,
tell
di
me.
sinabi,
Ganun
di
na sabihin
sinabi
nila,
yung
"Ay,
part
hindi
na
mo
yun."
sinabi yan pala
This is
yung
like
tiebreaker."
hugot dito, Denmark, ha? Board gamer problems ba to?
Right.
Are we changing tonight's topic to board gamer problems?
Okay, I'm not teaching anymore. No, but it's
That
all
was
good fun.
easy.
Hey, that's interesting. That the bean thing is interesting. Looks nice too.
Yeah.
Seize the bean.
And the components. Maganda sobra yung components. I'll show you later pag habang sasalita ka open ko. Sige, go ahead. How about you, Denmark?
Hey,
Anong nilaro
it's a
mo?
show and unboxing all at the same time. What did I play? I haven't played anything because sadly my other play group in my family had mild COVID, so they're locked up for 14 days. So it's just me and my wife, and both of us are busy right now. So just arena, TG
Yeah,
Just finishing
wow.
quests.
I saw your video of people rage quitting on you. So good job, sir. Good job.
just finishing quests and making fun decks because it's screwed up right now. Everybody's in the middle of transition because we're just waiting for one more week, and
Yeah,
Javi's gonna report on this on Sunday. So it's just one more week before a new set that's gonna release. So everybody's in limbo. We're like, are we gonna make new decks, or just craft old ones, or just mix anything together? So it's weird. The rank play is really weird. You see everything on the deck list. It's like, okay, it's no use. Let's just play for fun.
the thing that makes it super interesting in Arena is that usually in paper Magic, when the next sets are coming in and you know that there's a rotation coming, the prices start plummeting and people start trying to liquidate all of their cards.
Right.
And that's where like people start making that decision, like, oh, I'm gonna play modern instead, like I'm gonna play a different format. But in Arena, what are you gonna do with the cards that rotate out?
None.
Like,
You
that's
go
nothing.
historic.
So you're kind of just stuck with them.
Hello, Jake.
Hey, Jake, good
Hey,
evening.
Jared.
It will
All
have
right.
a rotation
Yeah,
someday.
yeah. We said
Probably
that we're
not
gonna
now.
be doing shout outs for everyone that comments, right?
Yes, because we learned our lesson
Yeah.
so
I'm
bad.
keeping this consistent.
We
Right.
did.
Hi,
I said
Jake.
Jake.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Danin. Hi, Kyo.
Shoutout nga pala sa mga pamilya ko nanonood.
Ma, sunduin mo na ako dito, ma.
Ma, I'm on TV.
All right. Cool. Is there anyone else who hasn't shared about games that they've been playing? No, I think we got
No, I
everyone,
think
right?
that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Hey,
Yes,
hey, Mark.
One more.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark
Ito yung
A.
sinasabi ko, look at that. Ito yung coffee bean
Oh.
bag.
Wow.
Ito yung coffee. I don't know
Hey,
if you can see.
Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Wow!
Hey, wow. They really
Ito
don't
actual
talaga
let
bean.
actual coffee bean
That's
yan.
so nice. Hey,
Ito
Aina.
yung
See,
game.
we're gonna greet everyone. Hey, Aina.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hi everyone. Hi
Just
Justin.
eating. Okay, so that's all we've been needing to do all
Yeah,
this
we need to
time.
stop. Whenever
Yeah.
someone says hi, we have to stop whatever we're doing and just say nice. that's it.
Engagement goes up.
Engagement goes on.
Medyo
Hey.
pa daw, Clint.
Ha?
We-
Hey
guys,
naputi
we
yan
are
dati.
happy. We are happy that you're here. And while Clint is unboxing at the same time that we're having a show,
Oh, yeah,
we
I
would
was
like you
thinking
to.
as well, you. Last na to, bago kay
I
tabi.
thought you were gonna do
So whenever you
unboxing.
gain resources, you have to scoop. So there's a
no.
dexterity mini
You
game.
did
So
it.
kung ilan
Okay,
yung
that's,
na-scoop mo,
that's fitly
yun yung
as hell.
magigain mo.
That's
My
what you
God.
get.
No, I
Wow.
don't care. I want it.
You have an extra,
Kailan
you have an
lang
extra
malas-
copy, right?
All that's missing is like this little cup, like how Abyss will give you like pearls. Like, just some cumbersome receptacle for all your resources.
All right. So
All right. Oh, so Jake,
So-
thank you.
before we
Shout
go
out,
further, and we'd like to thank our guests Ivan
Arthur.
and Clint for joining us for this conversation. And we are going to ask you guys to also chime in on our topic tonight because
Right.
we would also like to hear your opinions about these things. And we have a pot going on that someone will say that one word that doesn't the thing
Nah.
that's board game related
Should not be named.
it should not be named. We're gonna see if someone's gonna say it or come up with
Hi,
it. So,
Nico.
Hi, Nico.
hi, Nico. There you go. So if you have any idea or if you have things that you know that are board game related and you are not gonna buy it, so maybe you might wanna comment it or you're not gonna spend money on it. We would like to hear from you. So
Right.
certain board game arena merchandise, apps, things, art, whatever. So accessories, if you have those, we would like to hear from you. So just place it on the chat and
Yeah.
see if
To put everything into context for everyone, so in this hobby, there are lots of things aside from the game that you can technically spend on. You can accessorize, you can get deluxe editions, you can back projects. So what we want to talk about today, and this is really like a board game community topic, is that what are certain things related to board gaming that you just don't see yourself spending any money on?
no, it's not like you take our word for it and say, nah, hey, we're not gonna buy it because they said it.
Yeah.
It's to each his own, right?
Yep.
Yes,
This
it's
is just
our
to-
personal
Very personal.
opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
very personal
Yeah. So
opinion.
basically,
Hey,
you're gonna get to know a little
Hi,
bit more
Dwayne.
about us
Kawai,
and
kawai.
what goes into our decision making in this hobby.
right. It also goes. It's interesting how Ivan has that show, right? If we're all in the same wavelength.
Yeah,
different,
Free
different,
plug.
this is almost like a topic that would have made it into that show.
different
True.
disciplines, different work. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So 3 each, right?
Yep. That I think that's fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
let's see. Let's see if Clint has one.
Parang wala
Doing
nga ako
things look like right now.
So okay, so we'll go with Clint last. So at least he'll get four
Cool.
ideas.
Or
from
ideas
us.
before it goes.
So you
So
know
can I
what?
start? Oh,
Yeah, go for it,
We
man.
can,
Sure,
we
sure,
can
sure.
okay.
No,
We'll
you
do
were
this
saying
way.
Ron. Okay,
No.
fine. Let me start first.
Yes.
I'm on top anyway.
Go,
So
go, go, go.
Yeah. Are we gonna
I
do this
will.
clockwise, counterclockwise
If Ron
argument
goes
again?
first, I will be last. So if you wanna make me last, Ron should go first. Board game
Fine.
rule.
Ron should go first. Fine.
Board
Okay.
game ano
All
rotation.
right. Okay. Play left. Gotcha. All right. So my number one, or well, number three. It's not super ranked, but it's kind of. I
It's in
mentioned
your
this to
list.
Javi.
It's in your
It's in the
list.
list, but it's so I could never make myself buy. You know, when games, especially let's say it's a Ascension
All
or
right.
most card games that are quite popular would do this, and they would sell a sleeve with their back on it.
Oh, those. Okay.
With the clans back, right? Or the factions back.
What the
Is that what you're
faction?
saying?
Yeah, so it's basically custom sleeves, and I'm not saying like, for example, like what you mentioned, Javi, Mystic Veil. It has custom sleeves, but it's not their brand per se. It's really a functional use as part of the
Yeah.
game. This one is really an accessory. It's a nice to have, but I have been burned in Magic before, where they would sell sleeves from other vendors, and if it's not from the main company or it's a main like sleeve makers, it's just really terrible sleeves. So
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The quality of most of
yeah,
like the designed sleeves. So if you want to get an idea of how bad that can get or how good the sleeves can get, I highly recommend looking up the Tolarian Community College on YouTube. That the professor reviews sleeves, so you don't have to.
yeah,
Wow.
That's
Yep,
nice.
yep.
yes,
Yep.
agree,
Hey,
agree,
Someone has
agree.
to do
cool
it.
info. So you
Hey,
don't you,
hang
you
on,
don't see
hang on,
yourself.
hold on.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, more
Hi,
Hey,
game.
that's
Morgan.
only for Ivan.
Kaya nga eh.
But
Catchphrase ko na yung kaway-kaway. That's why.
So you're not gonna get customized faction
Yes.
sleeves.
No, like, but
Right.
Ron makes a good point that it kind of seems a little redundant that you're gonna buy sleeves and then they slap on the design of the card back. So I get it. It's also so that
Yes, you're
it's
looking at the same thing.
it's in a way that um let's say, okay, like Magic has transform cards that are double sided. You may
Mhm.
want to use sleeves that will kind of hide what's there. Okay, but you can always just buy like black opaque sleeves. Really,
Right,
I
right.
I don't see
which
the need for
are
having the design or logo of like, oh, you buy Ascension sleeves. Okay, you pretty much can't use it for any other game. Or it'll be
yes.
confusing.
Right. Just
Yeah,
for
and
that
and
game.
and the and when sleeves, their function is to protect the cards. They take the wear and tear. So eventually, if the game is good, you would be wearing out these sleeves,
Pretty fast.
and now if they are of quality, you're going like, so where do I get more of those sleeves?
No more.
There's no
It's out
more.
of print. Sleeves
Yeah.
are out of print.
Exactly, that too.
Yeah, so
Hey,
that's
Dwayne,
why I
you know what? I would love to be the professor of like some other location in Magic lore that might fit better, but I don't know where that is yet.
Cool. Cool.
Okay.
All
Sorry,
right.
Ron, I
All
didn't
right.
mean to cut you off.
No worries.
Maybe we can show a few of the responses. We have early
Yeah.
responses from Theo and Jake. Wow, we're moving around What's happening?
Sorry, sorry.
Special
This is what
effects,
happens when I let you
guys.
guys control everything. So Kyo was saying he'll never buy nature art on a box. Oh, if it's on the front,
The
right?
cover, the
Oh,
actual
right.
nature
cover.
art. So like games like photosynthesis are a no.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny
Trees
one.
and
Parks.
Then
Boss.
another one that
Cover
will
it.
definitely
Cover
hurt
the-
Denmark.
if you guys watch the
Wow.
news, if you guys watched the news yesterday, I reported on That Time You Killed Me. It's a weird abstract game, and Jake and Ron were giving me hell behind the scenes. Like, no, remove it, remove it. No one likes abstract, dude. Come on, let's report. so, so they really don't like it. Well, maybe, but abstract has its own appeal. All right, sure, why not? Kyo has another one. White dice with black and graves. If a game comes with dice and then you see that generic type with it, where the heck is the imagination? What is how
Yeah.
what is he saying?
That
So-
like some board games come with just generic white dice with black pips.
Right.
So like these. So it is a functional dice, but there is an opportunity to customize it or even just change the color to make it fit the
Mhm.
theme of the game. But they don't even take that extra step. So
No
sometimes
effort.
sometimes it just feels unimmersive. So I get
The,
that
the
point.
simplest improvement on that, yung one, yung fifth na one, gawin mong
Just
something
change it,
else.
right?
Post-graphic.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then again,
so
immediately when you
design
do that, it's custom dice, right? It falls under
Well,
the
yes.
category.
So
So
I
this
have,
is-
I have a perfect example for that. So these are actually from a local provider. So these are the dice from the Vault that their number 6 is their logo.
Mm.
yeah, there. Hanggang store safe sleeves na lang ako. Last time I bought even just Ultra Pro was maybe wow.
Wow.
Oh, we call them ice candy sleeves. Is that that one?
I don't know, sir. I still
Candy
highly
sleeves?
suggest buying some dragon sleeves.
I'm still an ultra pro guy.
Me too.
Especially the pro fit.
Sleeve
After-
kings.
Love the pro fit.
After what they did with their Eclipse sleeves, bleh.
Hey, I like it. Flip sleeve.
Here you go. This is why we're talking about this. See?
Okay,
Dragon shields, baby.
I'm
All right.
not sure what abstract. Oh, abstract. Good one.
Cool.
Yes.
But it's
Hey, Nico. First time he commented. Hi, Nico. Hey, guys, say hi. Nico,
Hi, Nico.
First
Hi,
time
Nico.
here.
I
Oh, hi. New name.
All right.
No,
Whose turn is it?
was-
No, he hangs around. He hangs around every
Yes,
week.
yes.
so it's you,
Yeah.
Denmark. We're going to the
Okay.
left clockwise.
All right. I won't buy alternate art for cards or for anything else in a board game. So if they're
But-
offering like
But are you getting alternate cards, card arts in Arena?
no, if they give it for free, then it's right there. I can't do anything about it. But I don't go out of my way spend gems or gold for it. No, I mean if they're offering
You buy board games with gold?
I'm sorry, sir. That's called a crit. A hypocrite.
no, I don't. I really don't. I don't see the need to. I mean, if you have an alternative art, it's practically the same card.
Wait. Don't you own the King of Tokyo Dark? That is a full alternate art copy of the
Oo nga.
exact same game.
It's not here. That's the only King of Tokyo I have, and I sold it already.
Sounds so.
I never had King of Tokyo. That was the first one I bought.
May kasama pa lang calling out tong session.
Alternate art.
Umanda ka na, Ivan.
Yun na-inform. Okay.
So there you go. I think they're just the same cards. Why would I buy just a few, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, just to replace a few?
Okay.
How about a secret
At
layer?
almost the same price.
I have lots of
I
secret
don't-
layers.
I don't own any secret layers.
All right.
Well, if the Kamigawa ink one comes out,
Ooh.
you wanted the water.
Yeah, but I never had the first one. That was my point. If I'm gonna have one, I'm
Okay.
just gonna have one.
Oh, you mean if you
I'm-
already have a copy of it, you wouldn't
Yeah,
get
I'm not gonna get another because we're talking board games. You have this copy already. Why would you get another one, right? So
Mm.
unless it's destroyed or
I've
something.
done that. I have done multiple copies of a game just because I have the alternate version. And somebody else did
I'm a
it.
Magic player. I foil up, so
Hey,
Okay.
but card games are different. CCGs are different for me. But then again, it's a different topic. So
No,
there
it's
you
still
go.
board gaming, tabletop gaming.
yes, yes, sir.
All right,
Yes.
let's go.
Hey,
Alright.
Nico said something about Aya. Well, I can't read.
Aya.
Oh wait, there you go.
Let's backtrack. There is a couple of comments here.
Yes.
Oh,
Here,
So,
Jake brings up something very interesting. So,
sorry.
wait,
Go ahead.
there. If there are unattainable expansions, so this actually I totally agree with. In Her Majesty's Service, the game that Denmark owned,
Right.
I wanted to buy the copy from Denmark, but just knowing that I could not get the KS exclusives, no matter what I did,
Oh, yes.
like, never mind.
Yes.
Like, nope.
Yes. See?
Okay,
And Kyo was saying love letter alternative art are great. I'm not saying they are not great. They look good, but just saying why would you buy another set?
I- How many
That was
But,
my
love
point.
Denmark,
letters
would you-
do I have? I think
Would
I
you
have.
buy one and replace the original? For
If
you
it's
to
worn
like
out,
the new one?
What about Century
no, I
Spice
like the old
Golem?
ones.
Hmm.
What about it?
Have you owned either one of them?
I owned it, but I sold it and I kept one, just one.
But that means that you owned Spice and Golem, which is essentially the same thing.
Not a, I did, but it's really different if you think about it, because the
It's okay.
materials are. Why? If they are releasing a different art for said golem card, I won't buy it. That's my point.
I am in defense of alternate art because artists make money from it. So go art. But speaking of that, how ironic that my number one or number three is that I do not ever see myself, and this doesn't even have to apply for board games. This can go to other things like movies and stuff that I don't really like the art of like coffee table,
Oh, right.
all of the artwork. So
Right.
it's really nice to look at. I have total respect for the artists that make that put the art into this, but I don't see myself bringing the book around. So like, oh, I'm gonna bring the board game out and teach you, and here, check out the art. That never happens. No one brings the art book, so it just ends up gathering dust. So it's I have some coffee table books, like their magazine covers 50 years of like, or like 20 years of pulp magazine and stuff like that. But that's right, no one ever sees them. So that's really the only justification or logic I have, that it just doesn't get any use of it. If it serves some different purpose, if it had like QR codes and had like some kind of thing that it brought to the game, sure. But as just a art book that you would maybe appreciate once, it's not worth the purchase. So for even every
Conversation
KS
starter.
yeah, but
I
technically
Also,
the
ano,
rule book has the art. The box art has the art. The cards have the art. So unless you want like blown up full art images or something, like sure, it's that next step, but it doesn't really enhance the gaming experience for me. So in every project I've backed, I have opted out of the art book.
It saves you money too.
That's why. It's a matter of practicality. So okay.
Actually, if you're kunyari miniature painter guy, you can use it as reference for your
Yes.
color
That's a good
palettes.
point. And guess what? I'm not a mini painter.
Also, mayroong iba, di ba, art book. Some of them are compendium or codex that has more that pulls you into the world more kapag gusto mo.
Yeah.
Oo.
That's why
The
there might be a
immersion.
little bit of lore. Like
Oh,
Rising
immersion, no?
Sun has comic books. I mean, it sounds interesting, but I don't see myself buying them.
okay.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Wait,
Fair enough.
shout out
I
to Dwayne.
I personally want to buy one, but I can never make myself buy one. I would always see it at Fully Book, for example. I'll see the Magic
Yeah,
art
that's right.
collection, the Witcher art collection, the D&D ones. But then I see
They're
that
so
the price
nice,
a
but
little
they're
bit
so
like
expensive.
That too, yeah.
that's a
That's right. Like,
board game.
the art of Lord of the Rings, like ooh, like or there's one that I think I spent a good half hour and it was like the art of Dark Knight or Dark Knight
Mm.
Rises. And it was awesome, like the whole set backdrops, storyboards, but just without even looking at the price, I did not see myself bringing that home. So,
Right. I full well understand, but kasi sayang. No?
Like
It's really nice,
in
but you really just can't
in
bring it home.
Trece, I have the all of the books, but they also sold this postcard, and I couldn't make myself buy it.
okay.
So I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. It's like I want the story, I want but it's kind of like maybe that same point. Maybe it feels like a duplicate of what I already have, even if I know it's providing more content.
Yeah,
So
see,
Right.
and somebody
maybe
somebody else brought up a good point right here. That there's enough problems making space on your shelf for the game. That's right. Get rid of the books, make space for the games.
ah,
All right. Cool.
so don't
We
listen, kids.
we have a comment here from Justin. I want to ask him if he's not gonna buy legacy games or he doesn't want like this part in
Mm.
legacy games, right? Legacy
Well,
games with permanent changes. I never could bring myself to put on stickers, tear open envelopes, rip cards, etc. That would change how I play the game next time around. So I you I
Fair
don't
enough.
know if he doesn't
You
like to
have
buy
to
legacy games.
what you can do if you don't feel like buying legacy games, Justin, find a friend that has legacy games. Then you can tear off his copy.
Happy will get
Kahit
mad at us.
kahit gaano kalakas yung punit mo, okay lang yun. Kahit
and
punitin mo yung hindi dapat punitin eh.
but you know what? There are games that they're already making those recharge packs, right? Like how Charterstone is doing
Charterstone,
today,
right?
you start
Mm-mm.
over. So that there are some games that are at least being flexible about that.
Nick
True.
is asking us a question, all of us. Would you buy a
Little-
game that you really like if your friend already has a copy and you have easy access to it?
Yes,
No.
I've done
Yes.
that.
You've
Yes.
done that.
Depends eh, no?
Ako lang hindi. Agree or disagree pala to eh. I strongly disagree.
No, I mean, my justification, which I've done before, is that I really like the game and I kind of want to experience it with other game groups, bring it to my
Mhm.
cousins, my family members, and
Sorry.
it's not that I'm not gonna bother my friend like lend me your game. I want to play it with my family. It's like I'm sure he wants to use it at his own time as well, so I get my own copy.
Same
Sorry.
reason with
Our
Abby.
game group has maybe like 5 or 7 copies of Tiny Epic Galaxies. So yeah.
That's why I
and
can't
probably
find
even
one.
more copies of Side.
Kaya naman pala.
In our-
Keep looking for Tiny Epic Galaxies. Nasa group nyo pala lahat.
Yes, yes. Di ba-
Site 2, I think.
Diba they made the ultra tiny epic galaxies na? The one
Ay,
in
mas
the
Yeah,
maliit.
yeah, yeah.
Oo.
Ultra
where the
tiny.
dice
Ultra tiny,
cube.
yes.
Starting a new franchise. Amazing.
All right.
Hindi
Pero
masyado
meron pa isa eh.
nagsasucceed
Tiny
eh.
Epic Galaxies Blast Off. I think mas
Yes.
maliit pa ata yun.
Hindi.
Mas maliit yung
That's the same
Galaxies
game.
Blast Off is the same size. It's
Oh.
not the same game.
Stop the madness. No one needs it to
it's,
be that
uh,
I didn't know.
small.
Tiny Epic Galaxies is
Stop
the same
madness.
same box size. But Blast Off is like a gateway version.
I
Kumbaga
see.
lighter.
Yes,
Lighter,
lighter.
but
Yeah,
it's not small.
smaller. Okay.
Just wait for Tiny Epics.
Hindi na epic yun. Tiny Epic.
Press the
Collection.
wrong button earlier. All right, cool. I think it's Ivan's turn.
Is me. Okay. Ano ba? Sige, I'll go with this one first. I think I'll preface it by saying that I used to consider buying this, but things change, so not anymore. And that is a board game bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's just in my situation at the moment. I'm not traveling anymore. I'm not going far away with
Right.
lots of games.
Mhm.
So there's no point to me buying it at the moment. And then I had an experience with it when ito si our friend Morgan lent us games, and he had the big box of Anachrony, the ultimate version. So parang yung one bag just the one bag, the big bag just fit two games, Rococo and Anachrony, because of how big it is.
Cool.
Pero I mean, in terms of convenience, I think it would be a great purchase if you're actually using it often. But for me, when right now we host games in my own place na lang din, so I don't
Yeah,
really,
no need
yeah,
to
Yeah,
yes.
it's
So
not
transport your
it's
games.
not
yep,
practical anymore.
that's
It
why.
did serve a pretty good purpose. Like for me, I learned that I was just using like eco bags and like the
Mm-hmm,
really big ones that come from like toy shops, and
mm-hmm.
I was actually kind of damaging the corners of all of the boxes of my games because I
Oh,
don't really sleeve them in plastic. But using a board game bag, it hasn't happened. So the
okay.
padding inside serves
Mm-hmm.
a good purpose.
Life hack, SNR bags. The
May
ones
Oh,
that you
padding
yeah.
can
na.
buy from
They're
SNR
amazing.
bag. Yes, they're
And
amazing.
the landmark. I also like the landmark eco
Most
bag.
most people actually are suggesting IKEA bags because
Yes,
they're
I've heard about that.
How
Yeah.
big they are.
I had one experience with the board game bag before. I bought one pero I will never buy again. Na trauma na ako. I bought one for for a vacation. So parang sobrang brand new pa
Ah,
nun.
I
The
know this
second day,
story.
yes, the next day, parang 3 days after pag-uwi, hindi ko nadala. Naiwan na. Hindi ko
The
nadala,
most, it's
sobrang
not the
bago pa.
Yes,
bags, Paul.
3 games.
It's 2,500 and it's just down the drain. Including the games, no? So never na. Kasi once na naiwan mo yun, kasama lahat ng games. So,
Everything. Right. Everything.
uh,
Cool. Hey, shout out. I really don't try to buy game expansions anymore. Yes, from experience, they don't really
No, no.
result in more plays of
sinusuyo
the
mo lang
original.
sa
Try.
Denmark
So
eh.
still does from time to time, Denmark.
Sumisip-sip ka lang kay Denmark eh.
You're alone in that little boat, buddy.
Hey, I said I'll buy one if it changes and makes the game better.
All right.
All right, it's
Okay.
Clint's turn.
Split.
Okay, so sa akin, simple lang. Pre-painted miniature. Yung
Oh.
may
What?
yung painted na kasi kunyari sa Kickstarter or
Ooh.
go-offer
So,
sila pre-painted.
like,
It
I'm not
sucks.
how like let's take away like terrible paint jobs like Betrayal. But what about Mechs versus Minions or like the Gekido ones?
But
I will
choice.
use that.
those don't have an alternative that's not painted.
Mm.
Oh,
Right,
so
that's
you would
Pero I get your point, Javi, no. Pag maganda, yung magandang quality, I definitely
You're
hindi,
cool with it
definitely,
already.
probably get it. Kapag sobrang dami ng miniature, like if I'm going to paint it would take me weeks. So I would siguro ite-take ko that. Pero offerings na ganon, masyado siyang mahal kapag ka pre-painted to even parang consider getting it for that reason lang na
Like
tinatamad ko mag-paint.
the Hellas
Or you don't paint pala, I mean.
sun drop. What do you
well
call that?
that
in
one
Hellas?
Sandrop, yes.
yes,
Yung
Sandrop,
Sandrop
yeah.
is, siya, you cannot say na painted siya,
It's like primed.
Washed?
pero washed, ganon. So yung mga ganon, okay lang. Kasi, parang,
You can paint
nila,
over it.
primer na nila yung
Yeah.
yung miniature mo, diretso
Right.
paint ka na lang.
The
I'm thinking in the painter's mind kasi.
yung
Pag sa miniature.
aftermath, ganun eh, naka-wash na siya. And it is super easier to
No, kita mo yung
to
details
paint.
agad.
It's
Eh.
like, I don't have to prime this anymore. And it just, why does this work right
Sticks.
away?
The Wildlands miniature. Yung
Does it
Wildlands
slide?
miniature is already washed with the black ink, I think.
Mhm.
And the paint will stick to it na kahit di mo siya i-prime. So, yun yung sa akin. Isang nagpa-turn up kasi, alam mo yung, premium. They call it premium painted. WizKids premium painted miniature. But it
Okay.
sucks, di ba?
Yes.
Premium.
For
That's,
Why they call
lack of a
it
better
premium?
term.
that's not very premium of you.
It's crap. Eto, nag-search nga ako ng picture. Papakita ko sana sa screen pero wag
Cool. You can share it if you want.
Para lang ma-imagine ng mga tao na hindi nagbibili. Sige. Eto.
Sige.
Look at that. Kikita
Oh.
mo yung babae, yung itong girl na to.
They look. Hey, Ron, did you paint this?
Wow,
Wow.
I mean,
insert
okay
the,
pa if ikaw yung
this is
nag-paint
where you
and
insert
Just
the that
kidding.
recorder music of Jurassic Park.
Actually, to be honest, I don't think I can paint it that at that
What?
level. I probably would paint worse.
kasi 'di ba kung ikaw yung
That's
magpe-paint, at least may bonding, may hobby ka, may na pastime ka and you
yeah,
can
like
bond with your 'di ba,
what
partner to
Ron is
paint.
doing with his family. They're
Mm,
now
'di ba?
all painters because of
Mm.
that. Cool.
Yes.
All right. So don't sell Clint pre-painted minis.
Oo.
Got it. Okay, cool. Mental
That's
note.
my number 3.
All right.
All right. So, my number 2 might be a little bit.
What happened to the screen?
I'll fix it. Never mind. Go on, Ron.
Ah, it's just this one. Oop, there.
Okay,
There
there
you
you go.
Okay. So, my number 2 is it's weird, but it's like I have a cutoff. So I probably will never buy Kickstarter games
Here we go.
or sometimes even board games that go above the 5,000 mark.
$100, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Like,
Why?
I just never could make myself like a lot
Even if
that
it's
much
even if it's like a
budget.
solid gold version of Kemet
No.
that came with real sand and scorpions.
And real
I-
deities.
I would even say that I would not buy deluxe version of game, but I do have some that are small because it's affordable for the small version anyway. So why not take the deluxe version? But that's like 1% of my collection. Everything else is stock.
I think that's
Yeah.
basically
You pretty much described Kickstarter.
I know. That's why whenever I buy a Kickstarter game,
it's small. I
it's
never
small.
have seen you have a big regular size box Kickstarter game.
No.
See,
No,
somebody
it
else
feels
pointed
like-
out with real sand and scorpions. I'd buy it, even though I don't like Kemet.
Yeah, I just
Is it economic reasons or you just can't justify it?
it feels like I'm allotting or like yeah, basically I don't want to use the term investing because it's not an investment, but I'm putting in this much value or this much money into one thing wherein I could have spread it out for more things. And
Right.
that's
More
why
games.
I just yes. So
Pero
I wouldn't
do you
mind
think like it's
buying-
just cardboard? Ganun. You don't
No,
hindi yun
naman.
yung
Hey,
nasa.
No, it's really
This
just that
conversation.
risk of like, especially add to that it's Kickstarter, so there's a risk that it might never come and it might
Yes.
not arrive on time or
Get printed.
not get printed and so forth. So it's like I'm willing to burn the $20 if that's the risk I need to take for a Kickstarter versus burning $100 or even more. So that's just me. I just could never make myself. Actually,
Buy.
$40 nga, ano na yun eh.
Ouch.
Masama
Ouch.
na loob.
Ano
mo.
na-
Threshold na yun.
I only crossed the line. I only crossed the line because of import export.
That's why we
Okay.
didn't buy the new Kemet.
That's why I buy the new camera.
That's
Because
why
it didn't
everybody
come with
did.
real sand and scorpions.
No, just
Cool.
the small people are now bigger people. That's it.
Right.
Okay.
They even added Cthulhu in there. Kung di pa nagreklamo yung
That
fans,
turned me off.
hindi nila tatanggalin.
That's
Sand,
how,
scorpion, and tentacles.
That's how they lost Denmark.
Chaos thing.
Yes. Ron and I were like, our fingers were on the trigger, like literally. And then Cthulhu expand. No, okay, we're backing up now. We're backing up now. I mean, I'm a fan, but at some point, hey, don't add him just for the sake of. Right?
See,
No, I
Jake
think
brought up
that's
something that I wanted to mention. Like, we don't call them small people anymore, Ron.
Oh no, we're gonna
They're
get
called they're called
canceled.
they're called minis, sir.
Minis,
No, they're not the
minis,
minis. So,
miniatures, small
miniature people.
miniatures.
Thank you,
No,
Jake. I needed this. I needed this so much. Good job. High five,
It's
Jake. High five.
miniatures. It's miniatures. And we're losing viewers because of that. Cool. They call them small people.
no.
I'm out.
Okay. I'm not talking about. Um, anyway, then
Wait,
what?
no. My turn. I'll save you. My number two. My number two is I won't buy if ever they will release, or I don't know if some have, but I won't buy soundtrack for board games. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. There's only really
Uh,
one company that includes their soundtrack with their games.
Yeah,
Flying
for free,
Flying
di ba?
Frog,
Yeah,
right?
Flying Frog, and I'm not even a fan of their games. So
Hey, I got that game, that zombie, Last Night on Earth, and it came with a CD inside. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like
Yep.
it's a soundtrack. I paid for this for what? It cost me more because of this, but you have technology now that and there are a lot of people. I know there's an app for board. You just type in your board game and it's gonna pull out a
Melodize.
playlist for you, right? So
right.
why would you buy or at least produce and add it as a cost for your
Yeah.
game? So
I mean, there's something like there's the Escape game and Zombie 15 that they do have a soundtrack, but it also serves as a timer for the game. I mean, even like the
that's
5 minute
functional.
Marvel games have the app for it. So
That's functional, but just for the sake of having a ambiance sounding
thematic.
thematic game night. I'm like, I can go to Spotify and just pull
Well,
out a list.
I have a feeling that these games like Shadows over Brimstone, Last Night on Earth, and there's that other one that
Fortune
Touch of
and
Evil.
Fortune
Glory.
and
Yeah,
Touch
glory.
of Evil.
all of these games of Flying Frog were made before Spotify playlists, so you have to forgive them.
No, but think about it. Why would they even think about making their own
Immersion.
soundtrack? Right?
Well,
I
there.
have no idea.
No, well, the fact that they also use like actors for their card arts and stuff that they really want, like they're focused on
The
world building.
the full B movie experience.
Yes.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, got
complete
that.
with B movie and D movie actors. Like, who is that?
I bought the soundtrack for Armello.
There, see, I can't. I can't. I can't.
Armello,
Mellow. But that's
the
not a real
digital.
board game, right? That's a digital
Well,
one.
it's a digital board game, but
Digital
the
board game,
soundtrack
yeah.
was really good. Like,
Uh,
Oh, you know what? There,
it's really fun.
Denmark? Would you buy the Root soundtrack?
No, I have the app. Just leave it on and just play it.
Really now.
It's just right there. And my son dances to that song. The ones that they're playing. So like, okay, leave it on. There you go. That's my number 2 soundtrack. Your turn,
Okay.
Habs.
So yeah, this one again. So from the previous the previous example or item I mentioned earlier, that I don't really paint minis. So my number 2 is any game that has you or requires you to build the minis. So we're looking at
Oh.
Kingdom Death. I believe is it Super Dungeon? Like yeah, there are a couple of those games
Yes,
that you need to
SDE.
build the minis, and um, take something like Potion Explosion, where you have to build the dispenser. Like
Mhm.
in terms of the scale, that's manageable. But when it's come like they have to glue everything together just to play the
Mhm.
game, so I don't know. It's too time consuming for me. And if you do it all wrong, and you have to clean it up, and you have to cut the stuff out of the trays, and we're going into mini painting territory, and it's not anything that I feel like I can do properly. So pass.
Cool. Okay, fair enough. Cool. I haven't had any experience with those because I know I'm not gonna be good at that also. But I know I get your drift. If that happens, I'll be
I
like,
would
hey, can
probably
someone
buy
build this
second
first?
hand. Yeah, I'd probably buy a second-hand copy that's already been built.
So
Uh,
I will never see you play any war games like skirmish games, no, like Warhammer.
No,
you know what?
if someone builds
if
then we're gonna
somebody
play it.
like lent me like a team or a squad to use,
Already
sure.
built
But
na,
me
assembled.
building it myself, like here, one example. When Puzzle shut down and they were trying to liquidate all of their games, they did have Super Dungeon, and I wanted to buy it, but when they opened the box and you see all of the trays and like, oh, it's not built, you're like, hard
Mm.
pass. like immediate 180 of my decision. Like, nope, not even worth it. No.
Nope.
There was
Cool.
a tiny epic game with
Where you build things.
minis. That I don't, I'm not sure if that counts,
Quest.
pero
Quest.
mechs, I think,
Oh,
where
Mex.
Yeah.
That one too.
you have
Item
them
meeples.
hold
Oh
weapons and
no, no!
stuff.
If it's just attaching
Would that
stuff, come
count?
on. Lego figures hold swords
Okay.
and guns. Okay, that. But I mean, literally building it like,
Hindi
think of
kasi,
like Gundam levels that you have the left
yeah,
side of the head and the
Right.
right side, and you have to put it on. Like, no.
yeah. The challenge with with minis that you have to assemble, you have to glue them kasi they're not
Mhm.
like snap into place. The type of
There's so much
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
There's so much room for error, and at the same time, it's like I want to play the game, not build the game.
How about Hero Quest? Sorry, Hero Escape. That old
no,
game where you
Heroescape
have
is
to.
assembled, and then
The
the terrain
terrain.
is Lego.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the
okay.
terrain is its own
That's the
game.
one that you're gonna build, right? Like.
Yeah, you're all going like, is that S3 or whatever the letter is? I think that's it. and you
Okay.
hit it, and then
Happy
after
shaking
a
his
few
head already.
turns, you're going like, how come this bridge is not reaching there? I don't know.
Sorry, in terms of building things, I just remembered racing games. How about like Flamme Rouge or La
Oh
Quest
no,
for
no,
El Dorado?
that's fine. I
That's
mean,
also fine.
you're building the board. I mean, if it's just
Okay.
like I play zombie side, like you have to assemble a
Mm,
scenario. That's
Mhm.
fine
okay.
because
Cool.
it's a matter of the setup and then you get to the game. But this is
Mm,
like you build the minis and then you have to go learn the game afterwards.
okay.
There's a
It's
Fair,
like
step
fair.
between you pulling off the shrink wrap and playing the game. I
hi,
don't.
hi, Milo.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
Yeah.
Milo.
Hello.
Sup, Milo.
Sup. All right.
Um,
Cool.
Wait, and okay, before we move to the next topic, I just want to put somebody who's using the variable play account on blast. I just
call out.
That's not me.
No, me too.
Who did we lend our account to? All right. I think it's Ivan's turn.
Let me see
Ivan's
what
number
naman.
2.
All right. Okay. Moving on to me. Okay, another generic item, but one thing that I have not considered buying at all are custom inserts.
oh,
No, really?
you know what?
So there's
I've
your
never
broken
bought one
token
either,
issue.
but I'm not opposed to them.
Mm,
I thought about this. Someone will say
mm,
this, but really, you will not
mm.
have like
I don't think
customized
so.
one.
Yeah,
Why?
like I don't see first I don't see a reason to have one. I have
Easier setup, easier tear down.
sure.
Organize things.
I think it's because we have a person in the group that's basically assigned as the
I
one
pity that
who
guy.
yeah. Pero it's because they like to do it. It's not that they're
Okay,
being
all
forced
right,
to do
all
so.
right.
But sometimes you have the problems where things don't fit right when you're trying to
Right,
cover the box. And
exactly.
when we have that problem, we just solve it together. It's like a mini game of its own. Like we
Yeah, it's a game.
back to the game, to the box.
Would you like to play pack this game? Where we
Yeah.
have to pack this
Yes,
game and put it away?
exactly. Yeah. And sorry, a callback to my story earlier about Morgan lending games, yung Infinity Box niya ng Anachrony. We spent a day setting it up to take photos of it and then putting it back. We haven't played it. We just couldn't. And if you wait lang, I will try to find a photo of it. I mean, I'm not blasting Morgan's game, but I mean it's a good game. I love playing it. Pero what's this? The
It's a
the
it's a
Infinity
stock.
Box is
It's a financial game, right? Anachrony.
What?
it's a time travel game.
Yeah,
Worker
it's about
placement.
loans.
Ah,
Oh,
yes. Oh,
no.
well. That's a good
Utang
part.
na
Wow,
utang si
really?
ano
You're
mo, ano?
taking it there?
What's this? Pero
Yeah.
yun. So there
If you
are
think about it,
multiple
there really
layers
isn't
to it.
any time travel. It's an economic game, really.
It's economic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All about loans.
Here you go, ladies and
But I
gentlemen.
really
Ron
like
has
how they
killed
did that time
Anachrony.
travel mechanic.
But yeah,
You want to
ayun,
play games to when we do the wheel again, games to introduce to bankers, to economists.
Yeah. Yes.
But you know what? I'm
So,
gonna agree
and
with Ivan
actually,
that one of
uh,
my first things that I would actually consider is throwing away the inserts rather than getting a custom insert. The only time I've ever really been interested in one is when they put out a custom insert that can fit the whole Blood Rage or the whole Rising Sun in just the core box. It's like, okay,
mm.
that has my attention, but I never got around to buying it. So
Also,
I bought some.
just
I bought
an
some.
extra point when have you mentioned throwing inserts? There was a phase that I did my custom foam core inserts.
okay,
So,
those are
which
nice.
is a cheaper alternative to actually buying the products that's offered. But of course, if you have the money for it and you want to buy it, go ahead. It's just me. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I have a few.
I have the same sentiment. So
I
I don't know. It's a cost
I
that I
have
can't
I
justify.
think
Mhm.
one game that I have a custom insert, and it was even um sent from Belgium, because at that time there wasn't a lot of designers doing the insert for Brewcrafters. But and the guy was kind enough, it
But
really
you
was
love
almost
that game so much. You love it.
I
That's why
know,
you're gonna
but
get that insert.
before I converted it to that, I have a lot of these
Pill
containers, right?
boxes.
So I have every sort of size that
Ron
you
has a
can
lot
think
of
of.
pills.
No, basically, Ron, before the pandemic, Ron would frequent Daiso enough that he would pretty much buy their stock of
And
whatever
that's
little
the
container.
reason why you can't find any.
Lahat talaga
Every time you
in-afford.
go there, it's with Ron. That's why you can't find
Exactly. So
yours.
I have a lot of these, and I think that my solution before the insert was better. It was faster to deploy. It was strategic because I can easily have the
The
container set up
bags.
already for
You're
each.
right.
No, I don't like
Yeah, yeah.
bags if I can avoid it, so I can easily deploy the game really fast. But now that I have it in the, because it's nice looking, it packs nice, but it
Deploys
actually,
easily.
but now with the new insert, it doesn't deploy as fast because you can't give the plastic to the person who needs to play for their set. So I just have to, here you go. So yeah, if I wish I didn't buy it, but of course I have to thank the guy because he even sent it from Belgium.
Mm.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Wait,
Cool.
I want to bring one up here. So this is actually something that I'd like to discuss just really quick. So I've never bought a dice tower, although one of my kickstarted projects, Zombicide Season 3, came with a nice little compact dice tower for free. But you know what? I built one out of Lego and it worked so much better that
Mm.
Clint has one with Pringles.
you can decide how many levels you want. So
Yep.
it is technically, you can just buy one of those even clear acrylic ones, but I would
Right.
encourage you to build one yourself.
All right.
Using
It's Clint's
Pringles.
turn.
And just
Pringles.
insert cards there, no? Pag ganyan na cards, okay ka na dun. Just roll the damn dice, but I agree with Milo. Just roll the damn dice.
Right. That's why you're playing a dice game. Just
But
you're
But
wait,
if
taking
you're, if you're
do
playing a
any
game
of
with
you,
30 dice,
that Clint, do you or Milo, if you're still listening, do either of you own a copy of Wingspan? Because if you do, then you have purchased a dice tower unwillingly.
I don't own that. Di, wala ako nun eh.
I have one. I can sell it now. All right, cool. It's Clint's turn.
Okay, so my number two na. Number two is metallic dice. Simply,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
simply
yeah.
because it
No,
will do
they're
more bad than good.
damage. Yes,
Yeah, more, yeah. It will damage the table. If you roll it, especially imagine mo no, pag wooden yung table mo, you just roll it. Pagka roll mo damage. So you'll just regret purchasing that die. And usually it's expensive. Metallic dice are expensive because it's deluxe, premium component.
Item.
So
Yeah, right.
imagine rolling it on the board of the game that you bought 3,000
it
pesos.
dent.
No?
Yep, it'll
And
dent
then
the crap
after
out of it.
you roll that, it's dented afterward. The surface, even the cards, it will leave a mark. Eh. So never buy. I will never buy this. If ever mayroong game that I like and it has metallic dice, I'll just replace the dice with with
Mm.
other custom die.
You'd actually be
Cool.
surprised. Just as a word of warning, it doesn't even necessarily have to be metallic dice. Like here, this is something that I would highly discourage. These here are like casino style dice. Their corners are enough to dent through cards.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't use
Very
these
sharp.
at all. There's a
Mm.
reason why they round out those dice
Mm-mm.
for you. So be very careful.
That's why I
I
prefer
think
rounded dice talaga. Eh.
I think that if you're the type to buy a dice tower, you would be the type to buy a metallic dice as well. I think
Oh
they
yeah.
kind of go hand in hand. Kasi yung the problems that you've mentioned could be, if you have a
Rolling it,
dedicated dice,
di ba?
if you roll there, may save space where it would land, and it wouldn't be a
Sure.
problem.
But you know
But
what? One of my D&D groups do have a metallic dice like used by several players, and they even have little dice cups with cork on the bottom. Those dice have ripped through the cork, so
Oof.
See?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
it,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
punctures it enough that it will eventually break through. So I don't know. There are a lot of Kickstarter projects for metallic dice that they're kind of doing like this whole like vinish design that at least it
Mhm.
has like contours or it's curved out. Those might be better. Even those ones that like they're D6s but they look like little talismans. Those might be better because you just literally roll them and they don't have edges. But
Mhm.
yeah, just the standard, even the D4, that triangle, that will puncture a card.
Yes.
Imagine leaving that on the floor and stepping on it.
Oh,
And
and then
it's
you step on
metallic
it.
dice.
Next level
Oh.
Lego.
Di ba?
That's gonna
D4.
bleed.
That's gonna hurt. That's really gonna hurt. All right. So
All right.
I think we're good. We got an hour in, but I'm gonna let you guys do a quick fire of the remaining ones on your list.
Oh, my
Just
number one is
so
super important. Actually, I
Okay.
saved it for last.
cool, cool,
So
cool.
mine actually I can bounce off already from Clint. Mine is actually similar, but it's metal coins. I don't.
What?
Yes, and not because
No.
of the reason why you
Who
think.
are you, sir?
What is wrong with you?
Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. My sweat is very acidic, and even just touching things, they tarnish on me. So with metal coins, I am 100% sure after after playing the game once, the next time I open it, it's gonna be rusted already. That's how
Right.
bad my sweat is, even on just holding them. So I would never buy a game, or at least buy metal coins because of that. Otherwise, I would have to put them in coin containers, the plastic ones,
Oh my,
individually.
Ron, Ron,
See, see, let me just avoid
buddy,
them.
buddy, you need some help, man.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good with mine.
Wait, you deserve a
You guys
coin
can.
capsule.
I know. I've done that
Right.
for Arkham Horror. So all of
Oh, the main reason.
yes. So I have those for
Cool.
Arkham Horror because, well, the cardboard is damaged too much because of all the
Yeah,
bag pulling,
I
right?
I
So
would get those. I would get those coin cases like for something like my battle for Rokugan, that people have been holding the token so much that it's faded the designs on them, so they're like
mm.
marked already.
Ironically, coin capsules are my number three.
Really,
Uh,
So okay,
what do I
my
have?
number one. I'll go after Denmark.
It's just easy. I don't like, or it's a turn off for me. Uh, to buy dice version of games of
Ah,
Okay.
card games like Alhambra the dice game, Istanbul
What?
the dice game, something like that.
late
So
the best game.
Roll for the
Maze
It's a
is
galaxy.
completely different game, di ba? Different
Maze
game
they
is a
are
nice
experience.
game.
they are a different
One
game,
of the
but
very best. And you
Maze.
I
already
know
bought one.
I heard that it's good, but if someone will give it to me, fine, I'll play it. But I
You
cannot
bought Pandemic
own.
Rapid Response.
That's why I
Yes.
sold it immediately, right? See, it's like,
Mm,
No, that's not
okay.
the reason why you sold it. You sold it
Sir,
because your family didn't like
again,
playing it.
another crit from Denmark.
I tried. I was trying to say, look, we're gonna play this game. It's gonna be nice, but it really didn't work out. I think it's also
Yeah, but that's
part of it
but
with
not
my
because it
family.
was a dice game version of a game. It just didn't work with your family.
E- Fine. Pandemic. I accept. Pandemic was a good game, but besides that, I tried. There are no other games
Yeah,
that I bought that had dice.
fair
It
enough.
really doesn't work. That was it. I gave it a try. So there, that's my number
No, there's
one.
another one, but
Actually,
you
there's
didn't
no
buy it
rank.
though.
Yeah, it was given to me. I know what you're saying. The Bonanza game.
Yeah.
You're the one who
Yes,
gave it to me. It's
I
like
know.
okay,
But it's a good game.
okay, Avi,
All right.
it,
All
it
right.
was. It was a good game.
So, there are a couple of franchises that really try to go out of their way to, make more products to get people into like the game. Eh, I disagree. Wait. There is the dice game.
There's two
I think it's
Yeah,
versions
called
of
the
there's a
it.
separate
Cure.
dice game.
Yeah, no, that one's kind of but the rapid response is good. I
It
don't
is
know. I
good.
enjoyed it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It was good.
So okay, just going back to what I was explaining. That this is my number one because this is something that I consider to be one of the stupidest things that they always throw in. That these game companies keep trying to make products that have absolutely nothing to do with their games, and it's just more of them like building a brand. Like they want to have their own Ronald McDonald, and it makes no sense to me. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen to give you an idea here.
Yan.
So this is the Magic the Gathering, um, Jace the Mind Sculptor sneaker. Who needs this?
What
No one
the
needs
hell?
this. So I can never see
Do they
myself.
come in size 12?
I have
Make it,
no clue.
make it,
They glow in the
Nisa.
dark. They're made
Make
for
it,
children.
Nisa. I'll buy it.
Oh,
Now, let's top this off. Wait, no, maybe shoes are just a little too low level for you. Let's go to full on silver dollars.
What?
Who needs silver minted by Wizards of the Coast? Okay, so
Collectors, sir.
so
Collectors.
it's right. The collectability has nothing to do with the game, so it totally takes it away from me. This is worse than art books because at least the art is used in the game and you can kind of appreciate it more. This has nothing. This adds no value to the gaming
slap
experience.
an NFT on it.
So, this is an example that I'm showing as something that is immediate to me. So let me go ahead and okay, I'll just stop that. Now let's move to Kickstarter. Okay, I have backed some games that have like Wizards of the Wild that you can get to certain tier levels that will come with a wooden wand and the game will be in a wooden box. Serves no purpose to the game. Why? Like, oh, if you get to the 2000 level, you can have a portrait of your animal put in the art of the card. Why? Yeah.
It's fan service.
But okay, it doesn't. Well, that one I guess for art is like arguable, but okay, a wooden one that has nothing to do with the game. Imagine like, okay, you're gonna back a game to like $500 and it comes with a hand axe that is the first player marker. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to bring the axe every game session. You genius! Come on.
That's why Ron's limit is $40.
So
there you go.
I started with Magic as an
It
example because
filters.
they make
filters
products that just doesn't make any sense, that it has nothing to do with the game anymore. But other game companies are like following suit and just making some terrible things. Like I've seen already like beach balls and inflatable things for that. Why? What?
I have a runner up.
Collectability, sir.
I have a runner up for
Collectability.
that. Plushies. The
Hey, I
plushies.
buy
Uh,
plushies.
oh, you know what? Okay, fine. If it's like
I
related
haven't
to like maybe a comic or a cartoon or something, okay. But I mean,
Chokito.
if
for
it's an
board games.
iconic
No,
character,
for
I
board
mean,
games though.
oh, look at Funko. At least they built a game around it eventually. For a while,
But
it's
it
just what's the
started out
point of the final
as a game.
figures?
Yeah.
I'll be so angry.
It's just it's so impractical.
Okay.
He's
All
turning
right.
red.
What if it comes with a game, yung game for free? A plushie comes with a game for free.
No, you know what?
I buy
Would you
plushies.
throw it away?
Look at like the Takenoko Deluxe edition that they give you the oversized panda or something
They
like
give
that.
you a real
Yeah,
panda.
whoa, that sold real panda with your board game.
Miniature panda.
Actually, you know what? They should just do that as a selling point and make the pieces made out of actual bamboo.
Then you can only play it once. And it's gone. It's a legacy Takenoko game.
No,
So
actually,
basically,
you can play it forever. Hold on. You can play it forever. Bamboo grows every an inch every few hours.
this
Diba,
What are
this
you talking about?
your board game.
Yeah, it just keeps on growing. It will never go away.
As long as your panda doesn't die. You're good.
You just keep feeding
Do you
it
know
the
that
board
all
game.
pandas in the world are parang nire-rent from China?
Yes.
So if
Really?
you see a panda in another country, it's just rented.
Yeah.
Hey, something new I learned today.
Interesting. I did not know about that.
The more you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, to wrap up my entry, basically auxiliary products with no relation to the game.
Cool.
Next. So I
Fine.
Okay.
I went first.
I think mine is related to Ron with the metal coins, but basically component upgrades is my entry for this one.
As a whole,
With a, I guess, a kind of a cheat code, but this will stay true until I buy one. Which, ang only kino-consider ko naman is yung upgrade for Brass Birmingham because I want the metal coins and the kegs as well.
But
Pero at the moment, I
the
don't have.
aren't they clay coins?
cheap. Oh, clay.
Oh,
for
basta yun.
cricket.
Whatever that
The
is.
Roxley, the
But
Roxy.
given the chance to buy a deluxe version of a game that already has upgraded components, would you consider the deluxe edition?
I would. So this one is specifically no, just for those yung parang extra offering.
Nick, buy those shoes, man. Please, just buy it. No one has to. Somebody has to eventually, I guess.
You'll be a mind sculptor. But
Wait. Okay, deluxe. You were saying?
I was saying yung the component upgrades that are offered separately is what I wouldn't buy.
Fair enough.
Ah.
Fair enough.
So you're not gonna like fall for like those people who are just selling a bag of metal coins for your game. Like nah.
Nah.
Or the ones na yung it's generic. It's like a bag of resources, and it's just
Yeah, I don't know.
upgrade.
I mean, the only time you would consider that, at least for me, is when you're trying to prototype games you're designing.
Mm.
But
But I have spruced up like my expands because the game just really had
Okay.
cubes.
Oh
So
yeah, those little
I-
plastic ships, right? Those are nice.
I really sought for plastic ships,
That's
and I
great.
saw
I have to call for a pause.
Hmm.
Hi,
Hey,
Desi.
Desi.
Hi, Desi.
we are obligated under
Yes.
contract.
That's what triggered it. So,
okay. All right.
so wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, unpause. Continue.
I know. I think that's it. The only time I think that we considered that as well, yung actually going out of your way to find custom components or upgraded components was when we had Dinosaur Island and we want actual figure of different dinosaurs, like
That-
T-Rexes. Yeah.
That would work because it's thematic. It still brings more into the game, right? But
Yep.
how about Dune Imperium's upgrade?
Insta.
look at Ron's face.
With actual sand and spice.
Look at Ron's face.
Actual spice. Wait, is there an upgrade ba for the Imperium?
Yes,
so
there
it has
is.
a
Miniature.
when it came out, it had the one with minis. And I have played games where the minis are really resources, and
Mhm.
there's normally you need a lot of them. They tend to be more fiddly because of like the
Mm.
shape of the minis. So that's why I
Yeah.
still didn't get it when I had the chance to pre-order, and but I still didn't get it. I
What
am
is the mini? Like
interested.
the agent?
Yeah,
Is
the
that
ones
The
who
it?
fight
agent.
the wars.
Ah, yeah, and the troops. Ah, instead
You
Yeah,
of
the
can get
cubes,
troops.
the
it's
troops as
minis.
well. Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
those.
and
No.
even their ancients.
And
Yeah.
but the first player marker though is pretty cool. It's a
The
sandworm.
worm?
Yeah.
It's a
Mm.
worm.
So
It's
that
very.
one's pretty cool. All
All
right,
right,
Clint.
last one for Clint.
Oh, yeah. Last one ko is yung capsule, but I prepared an extra. And this
Cool.
one, no words needed. So I just
What?
gonna share.
Ay.
Wala nang kailangan eh.
No more.
I'll
No more
never
explanations.
buy or get this in
Oh,
my
what?
entire life. I've been seeing this in
What's
miniature
that?
market. This is
Ornament.
decoration. Yes, you put
Right.
on a
I
Christmas tree.
plus
It's a
one.
Yes.
it's a Christmas ball for a
Whenever
tree.
Plus
I
one.
browse, whenever I browse miniature market, I see this in clearance. And siguro may reason why it's in clearance for this price. And look at the
Because no
regular
one's
price.
buying it.
Look at the regular price. It's $48. Who would buy that, no?
Two
And I
five.
tried.
Anyone who wants to pretend it's 2010.
Well, that's a good reason, no? Considering.
I, in,
The fact that it's dated makes it really bad.
And this is just one out of the five resources, I guess. I think, yeah. Series pa siya. And yeah,
What?
there's a reason why it's $7.
But
And
but Catan.
I have something
To
to
be
top that.
fair,
Been seeing this in social media, but go ahead.
But you know what? I'll argue that this might be more fun to play with than Catan. I think I can
No,
see
wait.
myself playing
that's
with
the
this
worst thing to
brass
say about
ornament
Catan.
for at
The-
least maybe 5 minutes, which is more than I can enjoy
But-
Catan for.
but you have to see it from a different perspective that Catan is already an institution.
And
So-
someone brought it up. I have to point it out. I'm so sorry. Yes, it is an heirloom. It's a very, you can
You don't
pass
have
it
to
on
pay.
other generations.
You can just put it there,
But-
open it
Yeah,
up,
but
look at it.
Catan has its place in history already. So that's
Pero
why
no matter
they
how
have
I love
ornaments.
Catan eh. Ako, I love Catan, no? Sorry, Harry. Ako, I love Catan,
Apparently,
ah.
their place in history is in 2010. Who knew?
Yeah. And then, ayun, siguro kahit gusto ko yung Catan na game, I have no reason to get this. Kahit gaano
Right.
pa siya kamura. Well, siguro kung free. Hindi rin. I don't know. Pero ayun.
Cool.
It
There
will be
you go.
free,
Okay.
but someone has to throw it at you.
What's your
What's your last
I can
one,
search
Ron?
here.
Okay, sorry, I need to top that. I have been seeing this thing in social media.
Ayan, sige, ikaw.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, come on. I'm excited. Let's trash this. What
Where's
is it?
my-
Burn!
Hold on.
I don't even know what it
Where
is.
is
I
it?
don't
I'll
like
add
it
it.
anymore.
I'll add it.
There. Okay,
What?
go ahead.
Okay.
So it is.
Oh, yes. I saw this yesterday. Yes.
Wait, how much is this?
$52.
Buying.
Okay, number one. So it's a play on Starbucks, right? Obviously,
Right.
color, shape,
Right.
the way it's designed, and you're going like $32. I mean, first
1.5.
glance, I saw
1.5.
it. I was like, hey, Denmark might like that for Christmas. But then I saw the price. I'm like,
No,
there
you
must
won't.
be like there must be a China version of this or something.
There will be. I'm so sure.
Hey, it looks nice though, but for that price, no.
Yeah,
They
no.
designed it
No,
differently.
something else.
They designed this differently, like make it color bluish, green.
Bluish
like
macro.
I
green
would
that
I
may
would
die
prefer
style
if the
color.
tentacles kind of reach out of the design.
Yeah, tentacles
You
wrapping around the
you
top.
can't contain Cthulhu.
It's like a direct spoof kasi, of the brand.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it
it
looks
looked cheap
tacky.
tuloy.
Pero
It
I
came from
think,
Boysen, right?
yeah. But I mean, just
Boysen.
to
That Boysen? No.
contradict
No,
a
no, it's
bit,
not. It's not. It's not. It's a
I know,
stormtrooper.
I know. I know.
Does it
Okay,
if this
just
even
is
does
ano,
it at least come with coffee or something? Like branded Cthulhu coffee?
I don't know. But yes, so this one, yeah. Even if I like Arkham
Mhm.
LCG, will I can't make myself to
no.
buy this.
Right.
No, no.
You still have to be
Like
practical at some
if they
point.
actually if they sold coffee so dark that it could induce madness, and then you could have it with the travel mug, then
What-
maybe.
like a
Or
phantom black
Because
coffee.
no, because there is Black Death coffee, but it's more of a heavy metal theme thing.
Hmm.
That it's supposed to be so strong and so black metal. So like, okay, but if they made something, maybe I don't know, grown in the pits of Rala or Shogoth brand coffee.
I once drank
hey,
a coffee. It's from
stop
Lebanon.
saying things.
Sobrang
We might
lapot.
be able to pull that off. We might make a brand for ourselves. So,
No,
shh.
Oo nga, no?
I just watched Ninong Rai's episode with Will, and he mentions he's the only content creator that's his merch is edible. Like, huh?
Mm.
That's actually not
Makes
a
sense.
that's a really cool idea. So all of his merch is not shirts or stuff like that. It's like chicken oil,
Patis.
patis,
Hey, you know
patis
what? Maybe
pare.
we should break into that market. Board gaming, like food, but everything like you can't eat it while playing board games. So it's so counterproductive.
All right. So there you go. Those are the things that board game related things that we will
Oh,
have
wait,
a
wait,
very, very
I'm so
okay.
sorry. This has to go up. Thank you, sir. That is an awesome idea. We're stealing it.
Barakasolo.
So those are the board game related things that we will have a very difficult time shelling out money for, or not really shelling
Not in
out
the
money at
near
Yeah.
all.
future,
But you know what? If anyone
forever.
is willing to buy Denmark an expansion, if
What
anyone
happened?
wants to buy
We're,
Ivan an
we're
insert,
closing.
if someone wants to buy me a
Or run
silver dollar,
or run
hey,
a metal coin and Clint metal dice. So
sponsors, if you guys have stuff to give
JK,
away,
give me metal dice.
so before we go, we would like to tell you that we are a network now and we have different shows on different days. Ear- Earlier, before we went on, Ivan released his teaser of the show that he's gonna have. You might want to promote it, Ivan.
Yes, so for all that's watching at the moment, you've watched us argue for 90 minutes. Not really argue, but talk
Close,
about things
close.
that we strongly agree or strongly disagree on. And if you enjoyed that, I highly recommend, give me 3 minutes of your time and watch the preview of the
It's so
video.
good.
Do board gamers think alike? And if you enjoyed that, then you can consider watching the full length video. That's just 35 minutes ish, which is half the time you've spent with us tonight.
Is
So
it out now?
please
Is it out
consider
now?
that. It is live now, yes. It's in
The
Okay.
YouTube.
same time
It's in
with
YouTube.
my preview.
On Cardboard Buzz,
Yes.
right? So just
Correct,
search
Cardboard
Cardboard Buzz.
Buzz. There's also a
You can see
link
that
in the post.
in the preview. Cool.
Mhm.
Then we're gonna be having Monkey Plays with Danilyn tomorrow at 9 p.m. on her channel at Monkey Plays and also here on Variable Play. And she's going to teach us how to play Mars Ravelo's Plastic Man, Tagu-Taguan.
Ooh.
She's still doing that Filipino games, local game
Mm.
series. And on Sunday, we have Ron's Abs, just brawling with Ron.
Abstract games.
gaming.
Abstract.
Abstract
Workout,
game.
workout
Magre-rebrand na yun.
placement, workout placement, abstract game.
There you go. That's Ron
Yun
and
yung
Gabay.
pinapanood ko tuwing Sunday while drinking
Right.
coffee. And na-amaze ako like, wow, how did he come up with this?
If you want to see Ron invent new games out of 50, of a 52 card deck and some dice, and also get fit and learn how to get fit at the same time. Go check it out at 8 a.m. Just Brawling. Every Sunday, Ron has a new game with the deck of cards. I'm like, what? That's amazing. And of course, on the evenings at 9 p.m., Javi?
Sunday Night Magic, baby. Yep. So
Awesome.
this Sunday, we're going to talk about things that people are going to look forward to spending money on. The new
Oh.
Innistrad Midnight
Innistrad.
Hunt set. So
Awesome.
it's preview season again, so you can't help it.
If you can't be poor, stay away. But if you're okay,
I did it the
just
card.
tune in at to cart.
Hey
And I
man,
think
get your kids into Magic. They won't have money for drugs.
and I cannot finish this. Last Tuesday, Ron and the Larong Ating group with Sir Freddy and Nico had to reschedule. But when are you gonna do
We don't have a
Jason?
schedule yet from John Breger, so we'll see. But it was interesting because it was an impromptu thing. We thought we were gonna do an hour. We still ended up with almost an hour and a half. So same thing with us. We started with this show. I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
But we're almost an hour and a half in. So, guys, if you wanna learn how to, what does he do? Game develop, right?
So game development. So look,
So
we'll share it in the future. We don't know yet when his next available slot would be. So, but we will share it, and hopefully we'll get him on one of these days. So it's a different perspective to game design. It is the next step, which is game development, which you'd be surprised. There's a totally different world.
you make beast mode out of the games that you've developed. All right. So
You
those
rip
are
it
our
apart.
shows. And we have more. You can check it out on the Variable Play Network. Just go there,
So
Variable
much
Play FB,
original content.
Variable Play FB page. You can see different content creators and different content for whatever you want. We also have Pilipintados for all your painting and miniature needs. They have that covered. So we have video games with Keo and Edwin. So whatever you like, you can find something. I'm sure you're gonna find something at the Variable Play page. So there you go. Thank you for joining us, and Ron, bring us home.
So everyone, please stay safe. The pandemic is still rampant and is still very
Storm's
dangerous. Storm. So, sorry, hindi kami kasing RK ng
Wrong show, buddy.
Pilipintados. RK sila eh. All right. So thank you everyone for staying. Hope you guys had fun listening to us banter around for whatever reason. Rambling. But please stay safe. And hopefully you can make time to play games. Until next time, every Thursday you guys can catch up.
Don't buy
with us.
Jace shoes.
Play more old games.
Keep gaming.
All right.
Right.
Bye bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.